offense set to go. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff?
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, 5. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Wilson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defending. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Kill. Check 37. Check 37. 82. Hey, Foxtrot.
Now Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
52's the mic. 12. 52's the mic.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
First down, Seahawks.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 4.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Hines. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Let's go, D. Check 26, check 26.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
Let's go.
17 yards and a first down for Philly. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 8. Hey, tight. Mike 8. Watch the run.
What's this on?
Mike 8.
Hey, ram.
Quick dad.
Lefty.
Whip.
Goal.
Whip. 6.
What's this on?
Now Wentz.
Check 99.
He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
26 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
You ain't got nothing. Tighten up.
Sunday.
You go tight. You got tight.
Here, shift. List 5-7.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Mike 8. Mike 8.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike 8. Mike 8. All right.
Here, shift.
Let's go.
Down the man inside. Down the man.
Safe. Check.
Wait, son.
Throwing his Wentz. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
65.
Boston Scott, his first carry. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Let's go.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Sanders. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Double tight. Double tight.
Hey, Buck.
4 down.
Push up.
Now a give right side. It's Scott, and he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Back man. 180.
Double tight. 4 down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here, shift.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man. Out.
Here we go.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
My game.
Coming in. Here, shift. Sunday.
Mike 8. All day, every day, any day. My game. Here we go.
Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on, because you might wear the defense down.
Check 31.
Alert.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Easy.
And no pitch there, and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
3 down, 3 down.
I got it.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Throwing now is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Wentz on 3rd down.
Kill.
He'll hit Jackson complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson airing it out for Olsen. It's caught inside the 25. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hines into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
At the 1-yard line.
1
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Another shot from the one on second and goal. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at his 4. Oh, what a move. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They run with Hines. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Barnett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
36 power.
Check, butts it. New Mike 52.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Come on now, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Deep ball for Goodwin. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Let's go. Mike 8. Mike 8.
Oh, you got Alpha.
Mike 8.
What's your son? What's your son?
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner, coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Sunday.
Be ready. My game,
Hey, zoom.
Wentz going to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is Hines, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wentz.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mike 8. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
Alert 3.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 4th down, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Oh, here we go. Oh, check 3, check 3.
Alert.
13, check 13.
He's coming. Double up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Check.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nyheim Hines with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll go again with Sanders. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill. Smooth.
Now this time Wentz will throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off. And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Now Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, so still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Oh, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Great job by the kick team there to get the football, but also don't forget about the man that started it, the lonesome kicker himself.
I love that you brought him into it because he doesn't get nearly the attention he deserves. Oftentimes it's only when it's negative. In this case, he created a positive play for his team.
Record.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
We got motion. Back up. 7's a Mike. Get that quarterback.
Let's find two. What's that?
Here's Wentz to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And an alley to run. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
My game.
Man, 5-7.
You can't block me.
To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They come out here in the eye. They'll run with Sanders. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Once again with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Wentz now on 3rd and goal.
He has a lead instinct.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Bang out.
Wilson to throw again. His throw incomplete. Rodney McLeod that time able to knock it away.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
I got one.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Wentz now to throw. That's complete to Sanders. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Check. 4 down, 4 down. Mike 8. Mike 8. Hey, keep it up.
Wentz going to go on fourth down. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
I'm coming after you.
Here, shift.
Coming after you. Mike 8.
List 5-7. Hey, Haywood!
Mike 8. Defense wins championships, baby. Mike 8. Mike 8. Stop your whining. Mike 8.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10.
Hey, rip 5-2, out here. Here, shift.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Hey, Delta.
Switch. Check.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 8. So we got man.
Two jet.
Mike 8.
Hey, Charlie.
They gonna need some therapy after this. Yes.
Watch safety creep.
Wentz again here on second and 10. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a real bad spot.
Now we give right side. It's Hines, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. They run again with Hines.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Tonight's
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for the Seahawks, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.